everybody, Tiffany Solorio here for Live with Prima, and welcome to another video. I'm going to be sharing with you how to create this art journal cover using some patina paste, rust paste, the new Opel Magic Waxes, just a lot of different mediums, and I hope you guys enjoy. I want to quickly just say that I know that the audio quality isn't the best, but some of the steps I felt needed a little bit of explanation instead of just adding the text to the video. So I hope you guys don't mind, and hopefully soon I will get a better mic for you guys. But I am using the Denim Art Journal from Finnabair. It is wonderful, and it took well to all of the different mediums and sprays and everything that I put on it. So to add some texture to the art journal cover, I'm using some light paste and this stencil here, and I will have all the supplies used in the description below. But I use light paste. I feel like it's a little bit more airy, and I just like the effect a little bit better than modeling paste, but you of course can use modeling paste if you like. And I'm just adding it randomly on the cover. I want it a little bit peeking out from all of the other elements I'm going to be adding to the cover. I like to take some extra paste and just kind of smooth out those harsh lines from the stencil. It just helps things blend together and flow a little bit better. It's a personal preference. You could do what you like. But now I'm adding some white crackle paste, and I'm adding it pretty thick because the denim is going to soak up a lot of that moisture. So I want the cracks to be pretty big, and so when the spray and the different mediums get in the cracks, it will help create a lot of depth and interest for the art journal cover. To get the best results from the crackle paste, you want to let it dry naturally. You don't want to use a heat tool. You can, and I do sometimes, but when I really want a lot of cracks and just the best effect possible, I let it dry, and it takes a few hours, but it's well worth it. After the crackle paste dried, I am now adding some heavy gesso, and I'm just kind of pouncing it on. I don't want a really thick layer of gesso. I just kind of want it everything to flow nicely, and to have all my mediums and everything work well on the journal. After the gesso dries, I am adding 2 layers of the Glistening Waves Color Bloom spray. You can see here I sprayed on, and then I dry it, and then now I'm adding another layer as well. So after the Color Bloom spray has dried, this is when you're going to add your lace, all of your different embellishments to create the look that you want for your art journal cover. I am using mainly all Prima products. I use a little bit of lace that I had in my stash, but this is where you can add just random items, paper clips, bottle caps, just anything that you want on your art journal cover. So get into your junk drawer, pull out a bunch of different items, and just glue them onto your journal cover and see what you like and what you don't like. You can add as much metal pieces and lace and anything that you want. And I love that about mixed media because it's all personal preference. It's really just up to you and what you like. There's no right or wrong, and just have fun with this journal cover. For this step, I am using light paste. You can also use 3D matte gel if that's what you have on hand. Just something to where the mini art stones can stick to, and you want it to be really strong because the mini art stones need to stay in place, and after you add your sprays and other different paints and stuff. So you're going to add your gel or your paste where you want your art stones to stick to. You kind of want to add it a little bit thick just so you can kind of press in those art stones once you sprinkle them on. You can also mix together light paste and the art stones, and I do this also, you'll see in a little bit, but it just gives a different effect and different look when you add the art stones on top of the gel or the paste instead of mixing it all together. So you can see here I'm adding the mini art stones. There's also regular art stones that are just a little bit bigger. I add both, and you just want to sprinkle them on and then shake off the excess, or you could just press it into the paste or the gel, whatever you're using to adhere those stones to your project. So here I added some crackle paste, light paste, mini art stones, and the regular art stones. I don't think the crackle paste did anything in the end. I was just doing it out of curiosity and just to see if I can get a different effect. But I didn't see any cracks after everything dried. But you could try it out, maybe have a different outcome than I did. But you could see I'm scraping on the mixture onto my project where I want it. I'm not adding too much of the art stones and mixture onto my project. You can add as much or as little as you want. When you mix the art stones with the paste, you can add as much or as little art stones into the paste as you want. The more bumpy, I guess, you want the texture to be, the more art stones you want to add to the paste or the gel medium that you are using. After all of the paste dries, and you want it to be completely dry before you add any more moisture to this project, you want to add your color, and I am using, again, Glistening Waves. I love this color. You can also use soft teal if you want. It's a similar color. This one is deep teal, and you could see I'm just trying to add it to where I want some depth on my project. If you want more control of where your color is going, you can also use a paintbrush to add the color exactly where you want it. I wasn't really wanting to be precise, but you could see here I'm adding a little bit of water just to help everything flow together. And I just continue to add color here and there where I feel like it needs. It's all up to you again. After the color bloom spray dries, you're going to add your patina paste, and this is the turquoise bluish color, and I just add it randomly where I want a little bit more pop of color. So I am using some rest paste, and I added a little bit of water to some, and I'm adding it to my project with just a little paintbrush. And you want to be careful. You don't want to use a really expensive paintbrush with the paste, because it is really gritty and it will mess up your paintbrushes. So I just use basically the same one over and over, and so I don't have any problems with ruining any of my brushes. But anyway, so I added some water to the rest paste, and then I'm just kind of painting it here and there wherever I want it, and then I'll go in and add some more water where I had put the rest paste, so that it could just kind of blend out and have that color bleed a little bit. It's very pigmented, and I really like that, because then you can get a lot of blended effects. And here I'm just using a baby wipe to blend out some of that paste as well. And I'll go in underneath different embellishments and just different areas where I want it. Right there in the center, I'm going to add a little heart, and I wanted it to look rusty under the heart. So I'm just going to add more rest paste to my project, and you could see again I just add it here and there and underneath different embellishments, and I just go in and add water. But I'm just gonna play some music and let you guys watch the process. After I have the majority of the rest paste where I want it, I am going in now with the colors that I chose, and I feel teal works really well with this orangey reddish color. So I'm just going in and where the rest paste kind of ends, I'm adding more color. I hope that makes sense. So it just kind of helps it blend out a little bit, and then everything will flow just really nicely together. Another way I like to make everything blend really well together is this baby wipe I was using to kind of blend the color bloom spray out and the rest paste. And I put a little bit of rest paste on to the baby wipe, and then I just kind of dab it on where I want it. And then I can use my finger to kind of blend it out too. After I was completely happy with all of the rest paste that I added and the color bloom sprays, I let it dry overnight, and then this is where I'm going to add the Opel Magic Wax, and this highlights a lot of the embellishments just perfectly. If you were to use this wax on black gesso, it would show up a lot better. But I just wanted to have a little bit of highlights here and there, and in the photos you can kind of get a little bit better look at that. But this Opel Magic Wax is so wonderful. I don't even know how to explain it. I know Finnabear has videos on her YouTube channel showing exactly how to use it, but I just use my finger, just rub it on some of those raised areas to highlight some of those details and all of the different embellishments that I added. When adding the wax to your project, you don't want a lot on your finger or your paintbrush because it'll just kind of clump up. You just want a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. I am going to be adding some of the wax with a paintbrush now, and I just very lightly just run the brush over the areas that I want to highlight. And again, it just highlights those raised areas when you just kind of brush over it lightly. If you are new to mixed media and you're a little hesitant to give it a try, just find some paints and just play along and find techniques that you like, and along the way you'll find what you don't like, and then eventually you'll just be creating mixed media projects all the time and you'll fall in love with the process, and I hope you give it a try. So that basically completes the project. I just love how all of the different mediums just kind of go together and you can create a really unique project. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Be sure to share this video if you like to, and be sure to find Live with Prima on Facebook, and that's where you can ask me questions and share your projects with us. And if you do share your projects, be sure to tag us on Instagram and on Facebook. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.